Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Vlogmas Day. I don't even know anymore because I done got so lost, but welcome back to Vlogmas. Today I want to talk about managing the stress during the holidays. I'm going to give you some tips that I feel like would be great to help you manage, the stress when it comes to the last few days of this season that we're in. So, first would be, number one would be budgeting, which is probably too late if you're watching this now, but budgeting is number one because you don't want to go into debt trying to buy Christmas gifts. You need to get you a set budget and stick to that. And if you meet it and you haven't gotten everything that you hope to get, then, save it for another year, or I'm not sure, but really try to set a budget because we really don't want to go into debt going into a new year. Like, we want to go into a new year fresh and debt free and not regretting the stuff that we bought for people that they may not even use or they may not appreciate, or whatever the case may be. Even for our kids, like, I know buying for our kids is very important for the Christmas season, but you guys just try to get a budget and stick to it. That's all I really can say, because I just really don't, I'm really all about this, or now I'm really starting to get into living a debt-free life, and not going over means, not having to use credit cards a bunch just to get the things you want in life, like really just living comfortably in your means. So that's my number one thing. Set yourself a budget for Christmas so you don't go overboard, okay? Number two would be plan ahead. Anything that you have plans for, if you want to have a party, plan ahead. If you know that you like to go to different events, plan ahead. If you know that you're cooking Christmas, plan ahead. That way you won't be last minute like, oh my God, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Like, even like right now, for me, I should have gotten, we're supposed to be having a ugly Christmas sweater function at our church, right? And I, from the get-go, said I wanted to make our sweaters. Well, now here it is. We got maybe like 3 or 4 days left until the event, and I ain't bought nothing. And I don't want to go out because it's freezing out there and it's supposed to be raining. So now I'm either left with go out there now, go get it, rush to get it done, and hope that it looks okay so that you don't have to go buy one, or you're gonna have to buy one. So yeah, plan ahead. When you know that you want to participate in certain events, or if you're cooking, or you got to have a cake done by a certain time, like, you know what I mean? It's plan ahead. So that way you won't be like rushing to get stuff done, giving yourself a headache, whatever the case may be. So that is number two to managing our stress. Number three is a toughie, especially for me, but number three is learning how to say no and learning how to set boundaries during this holiday season. So for me, it is definitely hard to say no. It don't even matter holiday season or not. I don't like to say no to people. I don't like to hurt their feelings. I don't like to turn them down. And it may not even be something that hurt their feelings, but I don't know. I have a hard time telling people no. But you guys, for the sake of you, learn how to tell people no, because you can't do everything. You just can't do everything. So you can't be everywhere at one time. You can't do everything at one time. So just learn how to say no. Learn how to set boundaries with people who don't know what boundaries are. And it will make this holiday season and just life in general so much easier, so much less stressful. So that's number three, learning how to say no and setting boundaries. Number four is to take time for you during the holiday season, okay? Holiday season, you're always thinking about everybody else, what you can get them, how you can be there for them, how you can participate in their events. But sometimes you have to, listen, you have to take time for yourself during this holiday season, whether that means going to get a massage, whether that means buying yourself something, going shopping alone, whatever the case may be. You need to take time for yourself, whatever that looks like for you. Take time for yourself and really just unwind and let loose and relax, because this is a hectic season. It's a very hectic season, and you don't want to get caught up in doing everything for everybody else that you don't think about yourself, and then the holiday's gone and you're just like, wow, I wasn't even thinking about me. So yeah, number 4 is taking time out for you. Number 5 is to speak up. And when I say speak up, I mean, if you feel like you are in a depressed state, if you feel like you're going through a bout of depression, because the holiday season brings that out, that, I mean, depression is real during this holiday season. If you feel like you are feeling low, feeling down, feeling depressed, speak up to somebody that you can trust, to somebody that you know that will hold you up and that will be there for you during this time, because this is the time that we lose people. And y'all, today I just saw Twitch, who has passed away apparently to suicide, and that's so sad. Like, it was already sad that he lost his life, you know, especially during this season. I start thinking about his kids and his wife and how they must feel. And then him and his wife just celebrated their anniversary a few days ago. And I'm just like, that's so sad. But then when I found out it was suicide, I'm just like, oh my God, I feel like that could have been prevented. Like, if he would have spoke up, if somebody might have would have noticed the warning signs or something like that. Like, I just feel like it's so common during this time, and I just feel like that we as a human race need to step up and to be there for people when they need us, especially if they're reaching out to us. And we as a human race also need to know that it's okay to reach out to people, because people will want to help you to get past these feelings and for you to live, versus for you to commit suicide and kill yourself. So just number 5 is to speak up and let someone know how you're feeling if you're feeling down. So that is tip number 5. And then the last one, number 6, is to remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Just remember the reason for the season. Remember that you can call on God if you're feeling down. Remember you can call on God if somebody's talking about you and you just don't know how to handle it. If you don't have enough money to get whatever you think you want to get. If you feel like anything. Jesus is the reason for the season. God gave us Jesus as a gift. And just to remember that this holiday season is not all about getting gifts and stuff like that. So if you feel like, you know, the season is for getting gifts and you just don't have the money or whatever, just remember being grateful that you're alive, being grateful that you can get the gifts that you can get. And yeah, it is not all about the gifts that you receive. None of that. Like, just remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. So that's my 6 tips on how to manage stress during the holiday season. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.